A river cuts through a rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence. When you're intentionally looking to see where you want to go, or concepts that you want to have, or ideals that you live by, and you're persistent with it, and you're patient with it, you will get to your destination. I love the quote, "Words bring life, speak them into existence." When I'm doing things, I have to get rid of my stinking thinking by making sure that I speak it. Let's do a quick thing. Real quick, everybody count to 30 in your head. And then I'm going to ask a question, and I want you guys to shout the answer. So start counting to 30. What color is the sky?
Blue.
Did your counting stop?
Yes.
So you can't think and speak at the same time. It's practically impossible. Now, if you focus on it, you can do it. I've tried it just to dispel my own myth. But when you're thinking something that is contrary to where you want to be, your thoughts and your words have to be intentional for you to go to where you want to go. And if your thoughts and words are not intentional, and if your thoughts are overtaking it and just letting you believe that you're not worth it, or you can't do it, or you're not going to make it, or you can't get that promotion, or you can't learn this program, or you can't, I want to challenge you to speak the positive opposite. Intentionally speaking the positive opposite when something negative pops into your head. And this is where the patience comes in. Because the first time you do it, you're like, oh, this doesn't work. I'm not going to do this anymore. But then every single time you start saying the positive opposite of a negative thought or a negative experience, it starts to change your stinking thinking and pushes it out of your head. So that way when you walk around and think about something or see something, you know that you can accomplish it. You know that nobody can do it better than you. You know that the sky is the limit and that you can have whatever it is you put your mind to, regardless of the situation. And as long as every day you're intentionally, it was funny is right before I started getting set up, I didn't bring this by the way. This book just happened to be here, The Virtual Executive, How to Act Like a CEO, Online and Offline. I walk around as a CEO mindset. I know that one day I will be a CEO or a president or whatever of a division of a company, and I walk in that mindset now and intentionally looking to see what attributes do I need to learn, to grow, to have, so when the door opens for me to be an executive, I can walk right in. And if you're not doing those things right now, the little things, and fine-tuning yourself, those little things, it's going to be challenging when the opportunity comes for you to walk through the door. I'm here where I am today in my role within WB because as a tour guide, literally every single day I was working on me. As I was saying earlier, do one thing every single day toward your goals. I worked on how I connect with people, how I speak, how I present, how I'll address people, how excited I can get, how I can do this and do that. And because of me laying the groundwork long before I became the manager of the department, I was able to walk through that door as soon as I was able to give it a chance. And most people, when they go through life, they've got their starting point, they've got a dream. Whether they believe that they can achieve that dream or not is irrelevant. But a lot of people just flounder. A lot of people don't have intentionality with their actions, with their behaviors. And they just go all about and repeat the same steps and repeat the same issues and repeat the same lessons. But that gets tiring. And if people aren't intentional with what they do, that tiring element can make it take longer to get to where you're trying to go. But if you're being intentional and you course correct along the way to try to make your path as straight as possible toward your dream and toward your goal, and as you're going, you course correct, you course correct, you course correct, and doing things consistently and intentionally toward your goals, it takes the ruckus of this that most people go through to this element of being streamlined to again help you reach your goals faster. As Nike says, just do it. You gotta just do it. You just have to do, literally, if you do one thing every day toward your goals, you have a better percentage of making and achieving your goals than the person next to you. Far too often I hear people saying, oh, I'm so tired when I get home. I'm a writer, but I'm not getting the writing gig. Or I want to direct. The stuff's not just falling into my lap. But then I ask the question, what are you doing? When you get home, are you writing something? Are you directing something, even if it's for yourself? Are you asking questions? Are you doing anything? And unfortunately, it saddens me to know that most times the answer is no. So I want to challenge you all today to just remember that as you're going through life, listening is key. Because if you can listen, listening is one of the biggest elements that will help you be successful. Being consistent showcases that you can do it and that you are reliable and that you can follow through. And then when you're intentional, you are putting ownership on your own career and on your own life and in your own relationships. Success, trying is the first step toward failure. I love funny memes like this just to kind of illustrate that you have to do these things. Michael Jordan said, some people want it to happen, some people wish it would happen, others make it happen. When you're intentional and you're consistent with your actions, you make it happen. And you have to be patient, because it may not happen in the time that you thought it would, but it will happen. If you want to be successful, be undeniably good at what you do, and people will find out about you. It's that intentionality. It's understanding what you want, how you want to get there, and how you plan to get there. I am in competition with no one. I have no desire to play the game of being better than anyone. I am simply trying to be better than the person I was yesterday. Every single day, doing something toward your dream, toward your goals, toward where you want to end up at the end of your story. And lastly, as I keep saying, do one thing every single day that pertains to your dreams. So the 10 tips, and you probably thought you were going to get 10 tips, but the 10 tips to engage and motivate yourself: listen, consistency, and intentionality. That's all the time I have. I appreciate y'all coming through. If there's any questions, feel free. I know my time is up. I don't know what time the next person comes in, but I really appreciate y'all coming out. Hopefully you got something from this to be able to think about things different as you're going throughout your day.
Just a really great quote.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Great quote. Will you be sharing this PowerPoint?
I can, definitely.
As we go through some of the stuff, I'd like to have some more visual out there.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I got since we got the sign in, I'll email it to everybody.
Great. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thanks.